Good morning, first grade friends. It's me, Mrs. Petrowski. You haven't seen me in a while. Mrs. Misek has been kind enough to do the videotaping. Today we are up to week 2, day 4. This is your last lesson. We'll do a little review lesson, I think, the next day, and then you'll be ready for your Unit 3 test. So today we have, we're going to build some words. We're going to do two more trick words, and we're also going to practice some words with digraphs and a sentence. So you are going to need your whiteboards, and if you have your student notebook at home, you're going to need your student notebook. If you don't have your student notebook, then you're going to need the trick word paper that we have with the trick words on it. Let's get started. We're going to start with our review first, our drill sound. I'm using Mrs. Misek's board, so I might not be an expert with it. Here we go. Ready? Biba. K-ka. Remember, you're my echo. Q-U-qua. E-a. I-it. V, U, A, F, O, A. Okay, we're going to do our digraphs now. Here we go. W, H, W, S, H, oops, S, H, ship, sh. C-H, chin, ch. T-H, thumb. And C-K, sock. Good. Let's move on.
You're going to have to shrink the screen and click on the pen again.
Okay, how do I do that?
Exit full screen.
This one?
Nope.
This one?
Yep. Now click on the pen.
I lost my pen tool. There we go. Let's try that again. Mrs. Misek, if I mess up again, just jump on in. A apple a. A apple a. E ed a. Your turn. I itch I. O octopus ah. You up. Good. All right, let's move on. We're going to do some quick words that I'm going to spell. These are words that you've read before. They're the word of the day. I'm just going to ask you to probably just notice these words. And we're not going to do too much writing with it. I'm going to ask you some questions. So this is more of a thinking time than it is a writing time for you. So you really need to make sure that you're paying attention to the words. I may ask you to get those tappers up and tap with me as we do it. So I'm going to spell a word, and I'm going to ask you at home to get those fingers up. I'm ready. Here we go. Let's look at that. As I point, I want you to be tapping and saying the sounds. Thick. That was a word that we've done. We actually did it last week. Let's do another one. Okay, get those tappers up. Here we go. Quit. Here's another one. Hope you're paying attention, because this. Okay, here we go. Shut. Let's do another one. Fingers are up. Get those tappers up. Here we go. Fix. And one more. Let's see where I can fit this one in. I think I can fit it in right here. Okay, ready? Tappers up. Much. All right, so I'm going to leave those up. And in your head, I want you to be thinking. I'm going to ask you some questions. See if you can guess which word I'm thinking of. So let's go back over. There's that word thick. quit, shut, fix, and much. Which word up there has a digraph that says k, k? Which word? Give you a second to think. Thick, quit, shut, fix, much. Did you say thick? Because there's that digraph CK. Next one. Which word, now I'm going to get tricky. Which word is the opposite of open? Which word is the opposite of open? See if you could tell someone at your house if they're next to you. Thick, quit, shut, fix, much. Did you say shut? There's that word shut, the opposite of open. Which word has a buddy letter? Tell somebody at your house or somebody next to you, or just say it out loud. A word with a buddy letter. Did you say the word quit? There's that buddy letter, Q-U. Good, excellent. We're gonna move on to our 2 new trick words today. Mrs. Misak may have to help me if I can't figure out how to drag these up. We'll check it out. So here's your sentence. Do you want this or that? Say it with me.
Shrink the screen and get the mouse.
Get that mouse again?
Yep. Shrink it and click the arrow.
Okay.
Yep.
And we good to go?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you want this or that? Do you want this or that? What kind of a sentence is that? Am I telling you something? Am I asking you something? If you said you were asking, you were right. So can I take my finger, Mrs. Misak? I gotta take that pen. Do you want this or that? That is a question. Get my pen back. I'm getting pretty good at this. All right. Do you want ooh, I lost it. This or that? And there's my question mark. All right, which word do you think might be a trick word? There's a couple in there. I'm gonna circle this one. This is gonna be our trick word. My R isn't that great there. And this word or is a trick word, because if I tried to tap it out, it would sound like this. Ah-er, ah-er. And you don't hear anybody say, do you want this, ah-er, that? It kind of sounds weird. So O-R is a trick word. And the O is what kind of gives you that trick word, because it doesn't sound right. So the next trick word, I'm gonna give you a clue, is gonna rhyme with the word or. Here's your sentence. This book is for you. And that's a telling sentence, because I'm telling you, this book is for you. See if I can write that in super quick. And maybe you already know what the trick word is. This book is for you. This book is for you. Now, if it rhymes with or, what word do you think it might be? This book is for you. Did you say for? That kind of for is not like the number 4. There's a different way to write that. That means it's for you. I'm giving it to you. So the words or and for are our new trick words, and I wrote them up over here. Or for. Did you notice that if you know how to spell or, you know how to spell for? Because they both have that OR. So here we go, get your fingers in the air, stand up, stand up, stand up. Put your things to the side. All right, ready, get those fingers in the air. I wanna see nice pointing when we do this. Say the word or. Good, spell it. O-R. You can actually see my shadow too. I wanna see that nice pointing. Say the word for. F-O-R. Good. And remember, this one is not the number 4. We'll learn that one later. So in your books, at the end of this lesson, I'll have you write them in. We'll move on to our dry erase boards. So get your dry erase boards out, and then I'll tell you what I want you to do at the end of the lesson with or and for. So today we're going to practice 3 words in 1 sentence really quick. Now last week we taught you about the spelling of CK at the end of a word. When you hear a K at the end of a word, that word has a short vowel. We always have to use CK. That's our spelling rule. So let's do the word rack. Get your fingers up. Say the word rack. Good, let's tap it. A-K. Rack. Now I hear an A, that's a short sound, and I hear a K. So spell that out. Use your whiteboards. A-K. Don't forget to underline your digraph too. All right, I heard A, K. And because that A is a short sound, I'm going to use CK at the end. Next one, look at me. Say the word neck. This is my neck. Tappers up. N-E-K. Neck. Take a minute, write it. Remember, short vowel sound, K at the end. I hear an N. N-E. Underline my CK digraph. That vowel E is short, so I have to use CK. It's at the end of the word, and it's a K sound. Last one for a word. Look at me. Now this time I'm going to give you a clue. I want you to say the name Jack. So if I tell you it's a name, it needs to start with a capital. J-A-C. Jack. Take a minute. J-A-C. All right, I hear a capital J, C-K. And underline your digraph, C-K. Good. All right, one quick sentence, really fast. Let me erase this. You can clear your boards, and we're gonna do, oh, where's my eraser? One quick sentence. All right. Here's your sentence frames. You know what, I'll just use a blank. Okay, so your sentence is, she sat on the deck. Say that with me. She sat on the deck, like a deck out on your patio.
You need the marker. You're on arrow.
Okay. She sat on the deck. Take a minute, I want you to stop the video and take your time, write it out. Can you pause it? Okay. She, capital S, she, that's a trick word. You should have it up around. She sat. Now sat I can tap out. S, at, on The is a trick word. You should know this really fast. T-H-E. And the last word is deck. You should be able to tap that out. D, E, K. And end your sentence with a period. She sat on the deck. Good. Now, the last thing I want you to do before you scoot off for the day is go back and enter your trick words into your book. So, I want you to go back to take your octopus book, or if you need to take the paper that has the trick words, I want you to practice them twice on here. I want you to do the words or twice and for. If you have your book, go to page 77, and you only write the word in once. Go to the F, write the word for one time. And then the last thing I want you to do before you end for today is turn to page 81 and find an O and write in the word or one time. All right. So tomorrow we'll do our review and then get ready for our test the next day. Have a great day.